Hi, this is Peach Possum, and I'm going to do a quick video. It's a follow-on to a video that the Grim Reapers did a while back about cockpit visual recon mode. I highly suggest you watch that to get a context for what I'm about to explain, but I'll leave a link to that in the video, and thank you, Grim Reapers, for making that video. So one of the problems with visual recon mode is it will put up a virtual black crosshair on your screen, but it disappears when it goes below the horizon. And let me show you what that looks like. Okay, I've got a couple air targets out there, and real quickly, let me pause and show you what I've mapped. Adjust controls, and I've mapped it to my middle mouse button. It's called Enable Visual Recon Mode. Now this is not the default mapping, I had to remap that. But you can watch the Grim Reapers video for instructions on how to do that. It's pretty simple. So I've got some air targets out there in front of me, as you can see with the labels. I'm within 5 miles. I'm going to enable visual recon mode with my middle mouse button, and now you can see a black virtual cross on my windscreen. And that's fine and dandy for targets above the horizon, but as soon as you look below the horizon, it disappears. So the question is it still possible to use some other visual cue? And the answer is yes, but you have to put thread. What I did was put thread on the outside of my monitor in front. So that lines up with this virtual cross, and as I move my head around, I can see the cross, the physical one, and the virtual one lined up perfectly. So when it goes below the horizon, I can still see a physical crosshair and ID targets. So one thing you have to do is disable your clickable cockpit, the yellow cursor that you often see.
Infield 1, tally bandit at bullseye 187 for 23.
So I just tallied that bandit down there. He was below the horizon. It's an air target. And now you can see them on the F10 map. But I don't see any other targets, and I know that there are some around here. So let's see if we can ID. There's a ship out here, and there's also some ground forces at this abandoned airfield. Let's see if I can ID it. Alright. Probably means I'm out of range. I think you have to be within 5 nautical miles for you to be able to spot it. So let's get a little closer. Keep trying. Now you can't see the cross on my monitor because it's physical cross.
Infield 1, tally ship at bullseye 163 for 21.
Okay, he showed up. And for some reason he still doesn't show up on the map, and I think that's because I set a flag to make him invisible on the map in the mission editor. You can see the IL-2s are still there, and apparently my crosshairs were close enough. Oh, he just disappeared. Let's see if I can ID this guy with Shilpa here.
Infield 1, tally AAA at bulls 160 for 21.
Yep. And there, now you see him. You don't have to be super close.
Infield 1, tally armored at bulls 161 for 21.
Okay, now both of these enemy targets show up. And I know there's some other ones somewhere around here, so I'll see if I can find them.
Infield 1, tally armored at bullseye 156 for 23.
Alright, I didn't physically see them, but I was in the general area. And I'm apparently close enough, so let's see where they are on the map. Aha, there they are.
Pull up. Pull up. Pull up. Pull up. Altitude. Altitude.
Dodge 1, tally AAA at bullseye 160 for 21.
And for good measure, I'll do these two.
Dodge 1.
Got them marked. I don't know how well this will show up, but you can see the black thread that I have strung across the front of my monitor and the cockpit visual recon crosshair that's actually in the game. And there's a little bit of parallax because my monitor is curved, and the crosshair, the physical crosshair that's represented by the threads in front of my monitor are about an inch in front of the surface at this point. So there's a little bit of parallax. It doesn't seem to be a problem, and it's nice because you could adjust the thread slightly, get it all lined up just right as you need to. Pretty cool.